Well, join me, Marcus, as I walk Craig Yr Aber Woods near Bridgend, South Wales. Craig Yr Aber, you may say, where's that? Well, that's understandable because I didn't really know about the place until recently. But don't worry, I'm going to show you my starting point and the coordinates and a link to the map in the description below. Well, so the walk itself is about 6 miles return, just under 10 kilometres, and it's up a small valley to the southeast of Margam Mountain. It actually links up with the walk we did a few weeks ago when we walked from Bromwell Reservoir and around, and that comes in from the northwest. They do connect. Anyway, this walk is a circular walk. We go up the valley and back again, but don't worry, it's not going to be the same on return, because on the way back we're going to cross over and walk through the woods on the other side of the valley. So I'm starting here at the bottom of Craig Yr Aber Woods near Bridgend farm. There's free parking for about 5 cars, so get here early because it is popular with dog walkers. And don't worry about finding the place. As I mentioned, I'll put links to the coordinates below. Anyway, I think it's time. Let's get started. So as we walk up the road, it's really quiet and picturesque. But this area, like most of South Wales, was heavily industrialised. And there used to be a mine here, well, there used to be a few mines here. And the Coal Authority have got a pumping station here, which stops the old mine water polluting the watercourse. So as we go past that bridge on the left, that's where we come back on the return journey. Well, it doesn't really come out on camera. The road isn't that steep, but it does go on like this for about 2.5 miles. So it's quite a long climb, but you're going through some really pretty woods and it's worth it when you get to the top. I didn't have this last time, but this morning there seems to be hundreds of flies buzzing around. My fly stick. Keep the flies away. Well, walking up, it's pretty straightforward. There's only one road to follow. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but at the bottom of the valley, there's a reservoir and there's an old dam holding back the river. We'll get a closer look at that on the return journey. So we get to a bit of a hairpin. That's where we've come from. and that's where we're going. Again, simple to follow, only one way. So we now get to this old quarry-like area and we continue up. But on the way back, this is where we divert to the other side of the valley on the return trip. And going up, this is the steepest part of the road. I've worked out where the flies are gathering. Going through the shaded area and the woods is fine, but as soon as I get to an open area like by the quarry, there's hundreds of them. Well, it's not particularly sunny today, but it is a warm one. By the way, when you get towards the top, there are a number of paths that lead off into the wood. So if you want to be more adventurous and lose yourself in the woods, that's an option. So there are the woods you can wander off into. It's always creepy when you see a stack of wood. What's been going on there? Blair Witch. Just around the corner, we should be getting to the top of this part of the climb and Craig Yr Aber Woods. But this one's for the locals. On my left at the top, on an old map, so ruins of an old farmstead. Is anything up there? Could be one for my other channel. And if you know, pop it in the comments. Oh, the flies are back. Ugh. So that's where I've come from. Then there's a small lane here. We cross that, up that road. Coed Cwm Cenffig Wood. So that's where we're heading. So we continue down this path in the Cenffig Wood section and we take a right, and that's where the main road goes. It's probably too far away for the camera lens, but when you get towards the top you get great views down the valley towards Porthcawl and out over the Bristol Channel. So I've made it to the top of the section I'm doing today. It's about 3 miles upwards. If we continued that way, we'd join the path of Margam Mountain, the path I did a few weeks ago. Over there is my stag, And actually in the distance over there, heading east, is Cardiff. I was going to say how peaceful this area normally is, but I don't know if you can hear that. The forestry are cutting down trees over there, so all you can hear is chainsaws. Well, anyway, what we're going to do next is head back down the way we came until I get to that quarry section. So I'm going to head down and I'll see you at that part by the quarry. Listen to that. I hope it's people cutting down trees. I have been watching Ash versus the Evil Dead on TV. Maybe it's some deadites. Anyway, back down we go. I've come down that road. I'm back at the quarry area, and this is where we deviate now. We don't go back the way we came. We go to the other part of the valley through the woods. By the way, the flies are back around here. Ugh. As I was coming down that road, I saw a deer. I didn't know there were deer in this area, but it was like a Bambi looking thing with a cute fluffy tail. Also, coming down, the rain had started a bit, but luckily it stopped again. On all the walks I've done so far on this channel, they've all been dry, so fingers crossed I'll make it to the end dry. Anyway, let's go down the other side of the valley. Come with me. So that's where we came up from, but now we're going down here. See that road going up there? We don't take that. We're going to turn off very sharply about 20 yards from the junction there. We're going to go down there, here. So not up there, down here. Because we're going down towards the river. As you walk down, just listen out. You can hear the river at the bottom of the valley, so that's where you're heading. This is a very nice part of the walk. The rain is coming down. You probably can't make it out in the camera. It hasn't deterred the flies though, there's still plenty of those around. And we will be getting a better look at the river and that reservoir further down. When you get to junctions like this, basically keep heading down with the sound of the river on your left. So I'm getting close to the reservoir area now, where the river's been dammed. So what I'll do, I'll see if I can get down to the dam, do a little diversion. It's a bit wet and slippery at the moment, so I can see if I can find an easier route. So that was a quick diversion to have a look at the old reservoir. I'm back on the path, heading down the valley. Just a little weather update. The rain stopped and the sun's trying to come out again. Well, when I'm walking back along this side, what I tend to do, if there's a path that goes down to the left, to the riverside, I take it. So I'm walking down this path now, but there is one, a walkable path just there that takes me down into the woods, and I can hear the river on my left hand side. So I'm taking this, coming down. Look at that tree. It's like a medieval torture implement. So basically, I'm walking parallel to that path in any case. I actually just rejoined the main path, and now I can see the river below me. So I've come out of the woods, over the bridge, and on the way up I did point that out. So I've rejoined the main road now, and that's where we walked up earlier. So we take a right after crossing the bridge, down towards the car park, which is about 150, 200 yards away. Well, only 10 minutes ago, I was saying the sun was trying to come out and the rain had stopped. Well, it's clouded over again. It's starting to rain again. Typical Welsh weather. Anyway, that was the Craig Yr Aber Wood circular walk. One of those walks only locals really use and know about. But I'm going to spoil that by posting this on YouTube. Anyway, more walking videos coming up next, and I'll see you in one of those. Bye.